dialogue and his like love-hate relationship with the guy he meets at the construction site.
That fight.
Yeah, the bro. Yeah, oh my God, the fight. Put on the glasses.
Frank.
What's his name?
Frank,
Frank.
played by Keith David.
Yeah. What a great role too. Like when I think of that actor, I always think of Chronicles of Riddick. He was the priest from the Riddick Chronicles.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where I think of him. But when I see him in this, it's like it doesn't register that it's the same person. He's such a different character.
Yeah.
Well, Carpenter had just worked with him on The Thing, and he wanted to work with him again. So he wrote the role of Frank specifically for Keith David because he knew that like he wanted him to be the sidekick, but not your typical sidekick.
Yeah.
And so he knew Keith David could bring something to that role that was more interesting than what he was normally cast for. So
I do love him in this, but my favorite role that he's ever played is in Something About Mary.
Get the Franks or the beans?
How'd you get the beans above the
How'd you
Frank?
get the beans above the Frank? Yeah. There were parts of this movie I really liked and parts of this movie that I just couldn't stand.
Like what?
So the fight scene was incredible.
Okay.
It's like
All right.
the best fight scene of any movie ever made ever. It's like 12 minutes long or something stupid. It's like watching
shit out of each other.
five minutes, 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's like watching a match right out of the WWE without the ring.
Took 90 days to film. I'm kidding.
I'm like, what was? Got me for a second.
It was fantastic.
You.
And the scene at the end after the fight's over, where they're walking down the street and they are just
Haggard.
destroyed. Face is all puffy. Like it looked like he was legit like beat up. It was like the makeup but you did great.
I want to say that fight scene looks legit. Like, usually when you have like these low budget cheesy sci-fi movies and there's a fight scene, they look awful. Like obviously they're missing punches, but these guys.
Piper was obviously doing his skills from the wrestling ring with his, with the suplexes. People don't fight giving each other suplexes and stuff like that. It's dumb, but it was fun. It was cool. I really like that fight scene, and it's like it kept on going.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, nope, still going.
Put on the
goddamn glasses. Yeah, it was funny, and I really enjoyed that part.
And he just, the whole point is that he just wants to save his friend.
Yeah.
Can we go back to that fight scene?
Yes.
Sure.
So one of the most iconic scenes in this film is this 5-minute, 20-second long fight scene.
He knows how long it is.
Yeah. And it was funny. We were watching it. Jude's like, has anyone ever timed this scene to see how long it lasts? I was like, oh, yeah. But so originally, when they were rehearsing for the movie, the fight was only going to be about 20 seconds of screen time. And John Carpenter had Keith David and Roddy Piper go in the back of his production office's lot. And he's like, okay, guys, figure out what the fight scene is going to be. And so
he just left it to the actors.
Yeah. Nice. And so like as Roddy Piper and Keith David started like rehearsing the scene, they just kept making it longer and longer. And eventually like, it becomes like what it was. And they presented it to John Carpenter and he was like, it's kind of long, isn't it? And they're like, well, yeah. And he's like, okay. And so and plus just the way it's shot, it's shot in very long takes. It's shot with wide angle lenses. It's the choreography is very good because it really does look like they're beating the crap out of each other. And there's that one scene where Keith David is on top of Roddy. He's just kneeing him in the balls, like over and over again. And it's so funny because as soon as you think it's over, like Keith David will offer his hand to help Roddy Piper, and as soon as he takes his hand, he just punches him in the face, or
kicks him in the nuts or something.
And so it has these false stops constantly throughout it, and I think when they were rehearsing it, Keith David was like, hey, maybe you should do a suplex on me. And Roddy Piper's like, okay, what type of suplex do you want me to do? And he's like, there's more than one way. And so they were doing all this crazy stuff. And it is the most famous scene from this film. Probably. Oh, yeah. I think that a lot of that has to do with the South Park spoof that they did.
Yes.
Or it was Tim A and the crippled boy.
Timmy and Jimmy.
Yeah, Timmy and Jimmy. Basically, shot for shot, they recreated that scene on South Park for a good 5 minutes and 20 seconds.